Good afternoon, everyone, and hope you all are doing well this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Afternoon, Judge.
Ms. Strong, when is the SAP reset date?
July the 20th.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Judge Morrow.
Good afternoon. I hope you're doing well.
Doing wonderful. Mr. Bagley, is he reset until tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Come on, Bagley. Come on, Bagley.
Officer Norris, may I please know about Mr. Lewis, position number 4?
That's going to be a medical reset, Ms. Kim. He has some medical issues and we can't go to him. He's in like a hazard hold.
Okay, so he'll be reset until tomorrow.
Hopefully
7?
he cleared up by tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
And who do we have?
Thank you.
Who do we have here?
Position 5, Ms. Moore.
Okay. Good afternoon, Ms. Moore. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court expedited accusation calendar that we are conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Moore, you've been charged in case 23 CR 004170Y with simple battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Second arrest, 2022, possession of a Schedule 2, dismissed.
Ms. Stafford?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened on July 5th, 2023 at 115 Bay Street Northeast in Fairburn at 2:20 in the morning. Officer spoke to the victim is Jacinta Campbell, who is the sister of the defendant. She stated that she heard the defendant arguing with her niece and telling her to leave. Ms. Campbell told the defendant to leave, and the defendant threw a lotion bottle and struck her in the face with a closed fist. This incident was witnessed by the niece and mother, I believe, Your Honor. Our office was able to get in contact with the victim, who stated that she would try to be here. So at an appropriate time, I asked that you sound for her. They are siblings. They live at that residence with children and their mother. The victim stated that the defendant has been diagnosed with some mental health issues and she has her concerns, as she has been verbally abusive to her, but this is the first time that the altercation between them have become physical. Due to these facts, Your Honor, our office is asking for a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial. Stay away from 115 Bay Street Northeast in Fairburn. No further violent contact with the victim. 1 day anger awareness, MHET, no alcohol, drugs, and weapons. And at this time, Your Honor, we ask that you sound for the victim.
Is Ms. Campbell on the line? Ms. Campbell, if you are on the line, now is your opportunity to address the court. Does not appear so. Ms. Stafford, I understood you to say a signature bond through pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor.
I also understood you to say no further violent contact with Ms. Campbell.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Per our discussions with the victim, she did ask for no further violent contact.
Okay. Well, if she doesn't want any violent contact, I'm not going to keep her away from her home at Bay Street. So I'm going to allow her to go back there. So if it's all right with you, Ms. Kim, it's going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial per the judge, 1 day anger awareness, no further violent contact with Ms. Campbell, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Does that suit you, Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Good luck to you, Ms. Moore.
Position 8, Ms. Solomon.
Good afternoon, Ms. Solomon. I'm Judge Eric Mora. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 23 CR 004175A with simple assault. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Second arrest, 2016 ag assault, criminal damage to property, second degree, PTI.
Ms. Stafford?
Yes, Your Honor, this incident happened on July 5th, 2023 at 10:30 at the Dollar Tree located on 2020 Campbell Road Southwest. Officers responded and spoke to the store manager, Ms. Tarber. She stated that the defendant was a customer that day and got upset because she was not able to get $20 in cash back from the cashier, Ms. Kilgore. According to Ms. Tarber, the defendant threw some food in a basketball at Ms. Kilgore. At that time, Ms. Kilgore came behind the register and was physically attacked by the defendant, which resulted in a fight. A customer ended up breaking up that fight. When the defendant went outside, she retrieved a knife and attempted to come back into the store. However, the store manager locked the doors to prevent the defendant from re-entering and called the police. Even though this is the defendant's first offense, we have concerns regarding the fact that she did go back and grab a knife and attempted to re-enter the store. So due to those reasons, our office is asking for the preset bond that is for $1,500 to be increased to $2,000 surety bond. No further contact with the store manager, Ms. Tarber, or the victim, Ms. Kilgore. Stay away from the Dollar Tree located at 2020 Campbell Road Southwest. No alcohol, drugs, or weapon, and a one-day anger awareness.
Okay, Ms. Kim, given that her history, if it's all right with you, a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial per the judge, one-day anger awareness, no further contact with Ms. Tarver, stay away from the Dollar Tree, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Does that suit you, Ms. Kim?
I just want to clarify that Dollar Tree is only for that location, that particular location, right?
That's correct. The one I guess is Campbellton Road, or?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Ms. You have a question, Ms. Strong?
Yes, sir. What was the first victim's name? I got Ms. Kilgore, but what was the other name?
Tashika Tarber. TysaAska. Last name Tarber.
Thank you.
And what was that total bond, please?
$2,000 signature bond through pretrial.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Position 1, Mr. Cruz.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cruz. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 23 CR 004171J with criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Second adult arrest, 2022, sale of marijuana. That's open out of Douglas County.
Ms. Bickerstaff?
Yes, good afternoon, Judge Morrow.
Afternoon.
So this incident occurred June 10th of this year at 100 Boulevard Northeast. And this is where the defendant, he was in an argument with his ex-girlfriend, Miss Olivia Dyson, and he took a crowbar and smashed out her back window shield. She told officers that the estimated cost of her window shield was $500. This incident occurred because they were arguing and Ms. Dyson was trying to get away from him in her car. So he followed her and he was able to catch up with her because she was stopped by a red light. And that's when he got out of his car and smashed her window shield. So for these reasons, the state's recommendation is a $1,000 surety bond, no further contact with Ms. Dyson, one-day anger awareness course, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. And if Ms. Dyson's on the Zoom, I'd like to sound for her.
If Ms. Olivia Dyson is on the call and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. Does not appear so. Ms. Wills, if it's okay. Okay, Okay. Ms. Wills, if it's okay with you, it'll be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial per the judge, 1-day anger awareness, no further contact with Ms. Dyson, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Does that suit you?
It does, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, good luck to you, Mr. Cruz.
They confused the whole thing. They literally confused the whole thing. He started with another charge and then ended with another one.
Your Honor, what was that bond?
It's a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial.
And that's on a criminal trespass?
Where's the charge?
Yes, criminal trespass and damage to property charge.
Where? That doesn't make sense.
What?
That transfer here.
What you think you was charged with?
No, that's the thing. What?
So who's next?
If I need to speak with him, he can give me a call. He seems confused, but you received a signature bond, Mr. Cruz.
All right, thank you.
Position 2, Mr. Dismute.
Good afternoon, Mr. Desmond. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court expedited accusation calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 23 CR 004173J with possession and use of drug-related objects, pedestrian and roadway, and theft of lost or mislaid property. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Yeah, he got like 65 total. Last arrest was 2020, failure to appear. I got a 2017 shoplifting conviction, 2019 possession of hypodermic syringe, 2019 shoplifting arrest, 2017 possession of a syringe, 2017 shoplifting, a couple of shoplifting convictions, 2016, and a 2015 shoplifting conviction. Most of his history come out of New Jersey. I think that's the state.
Okay. Ms. Bickerstaff?
Yes, Your Honor. So this incident occurred yesterday at 1369 Spring Street. And this is where the defendant was observed in the roadway of Spring Street soliciting cars. And so when officers approached him and did a search incident to arrest, they found a crack pipe and multiple syringes in his possession. And they also found a driver's license belonging to Misty McLean. And because of the defendant's extensive criminal history here in Georgia and in New Jersey, the state's recommendation for bond is $2,200 signature bond. This bond was already set, and it's $600 for a $600 surety for the pedestrian roadway, $1,000 for possession of drug-related objects, and $600 for theft by stolen property, as well as no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond.
Ms. Wells?
No objection to a signature bond. I appreciate that. I've also asked that our social workers go out and visit with him to speak with him about housing as well as substance abuse.
I'm sorry, did I say signature bond? I meant 2,200 surety bond.
Says signature.
I apologize. Surety.
You tried to sneak it in there, Ms. Wells. I don't.
Well, in that
Does he have a place to reside, Ms. Wells?
he states he stays here or there, but he did want housing resources. He does have a mailing address that he provided to me.
Okay, go ahead. Did you have anything else that you wanted, given that it's requested surety bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Dismukes has resided in Georgia for the past 7 or 8 years. He is currently unemployed, but he does work odd jobs, but his income is very limited. He has earned a GED. He does not have any children under the age of 18. And he states as far as being in possession of Miss McLean, I believe is her last name, of her driver's license, that he found it on the side of the road. And he is accused of theft of lost or mislaid property. He states that he's familiar with Miss McLean and plans to return her ID to her if he saw her again. So I would request a signature on bond, and if Your Honor is not so inclined, I would ask that his bond be reduced as he is unable to afford his bond as currently set.
Okay. I want him to have a social worker visit, Ms. Wills, to help him with housing. It's gonna be a $250 signature bond through the jail on each charge. So that'll make it a $750 signature bond through the jail. Social worker visit, stay away from 1369 Spring Street, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. I'm gonna let you out, Mr. Desmukes, but you can't go back to that Spring Street location, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Position 3, Mr. Lane.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lane. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Good afternoon. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Lane, you've been charged in case 23 CR 004174B with battery and hindering a person making an emergency telephone call. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
I saw, this is third cycle. The previous 2 was from 2016 assault. I think it happened in the Marine Corps.
Okay. Ms. Bickerstaff?
Yes, Your Honor. So this incident occurred May 3rd of this year at 147 26th Street, apartment 2412. And this is where Miss Ann George advised that her boyfriend, the defendant, threw a cup of warm latte in her face, and then he threw her around the apartment. Officers noted that she sustained an abrasion on her nose. They also noted that she had visible injuries to her arms and her buttocks. The defendant also took Miss Ann's phone when she tried to call 911. She was eventually able to go to a neighbor's apartment, and that's where she called 911. Miss Ann showed officers text messages that the defendant had sent her, where he was apologetic about the attack against her. We were able to speak to Miss Ann today, and she let us know that they have been on and off for about a year and that they don't have any children together, but she did confirm the events listed in the warrant, and she let us know that she doesn't feel safe when the defendant gets angry. She stated that she would like for him to get anger management help, and that she would like no further contact with him. So because of all of these reasons, the state's recommendation is a $4,000 surety bond, $3,000 for the battery, $1,000 for the hindering the 911 call. We're asking for a 1-day anger awareness course, no further contact with Miss Ann George, and to stay away from 147 26th Street, as well as no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. And if Miss Ann is on Zoom, I would like to sound for her.
Yes, Ms. George, this witness, Ms. George, this is your opportunity to address the court. If you choose to, you do not have to, but if you choose to address the court, I need for you to unmute yourself and I'll need to swear you in.
Okay.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down, ma'am. What would you like to tell the court?
So I think the woman who just spoke, I think she maybe misunderstood or I misspoke. I don't wish to have no contact with Jordan. I wish to have peaceful contact with him. And I can't remember. She had said something else that wasn't entirely what I was hoping for. I want Jordan to be able to not be in jail. I don't think it serves him well, and I'm okay with having contact with him. We do have a tumultuous relationship, but I think Jordan has limited support emotionally, and I feel like he's better when we're together friend-wise and peaceful. So I would like to be able to still have contact with him if possible. And I'm also willing to help him with, if I'm allowed to, with his bond to be able to get him out, because I don't feel like jail is probably the best place for him to heal and move on from this. Not that it's my opinion really makes a difference, but just for the record, I'm willing to help out if it's not too high of a bond, if I can.
The 26th Street address, is that your address?
Yes.
Okay.
I-
He lives somewhere else?
He lives somewhere else. Yes, he lives in Atlanta. I have that apartment, and I also, my permanent address is in North Carolina. I split my time.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Ms. Wells?
Thank you, Judge. My client is 34 years old. He recently relocated to Georgia to pursue acting. He is currently unemployed, however, but he does have a degree from the New York Film Academy. He did serve time in the military. He was in the Marines for 7 years. He has 2 children, a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old. And he did share with me that he does still communicate with Miss Georgie. This incident did happen May 3rd of 2023. It's my understanding that they have had communication and contact since that time. I would ask for no further violent contact per Ms. Georgie's wishes, as well as my client's. I would also ask for a signature on bond, as my client is not currently working right now. If your honor is not so inclined, I would ask that his bond not be greater than $1,500.
Okay. For the battery, it's going to be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial per the judge. For the hindering person making phone call, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial per the judge. 1-day anger awareness, no further violent contact with Ms. George, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Lane.
The total,
$3,000 signature bond through pretrial.
Position 6, Mr. O'Brien.
Good afternoon, Mr. O'Brien. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
I do, yes.
Thank you. Mr. O'Brien, you've been charged in case 23 CR 004172D with criminal trespass. Is there a
First.
history?
first.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Howard. Ms. Stafford?
Yes, Your Honor, this incident happened yesterday at the Phantom Fireworks at 730 Holcomb Bridge Road in Roswell. The defendant was entering the business while it was closing, and the main entrance doors were locked. Therefore, the defendant then accessed the building through the exit doors. The defendant was then told to leave by the store workers, and he refused to leave, still attempting to buy fireworks. When officers arrived, they observed the video footage showing staff trying to push the defendant towards the exit, and the defendant continuing to attempt to walk to the rear of the store to gain entry again. Due to these facts, our office is currently asking for a $2,000 signature bond through trial, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and to stay away from Phantom Fireworks at 730 Holcomb Bridge Road in Roswell.
Okay, if okay with you, Ms. Kim, it's going to be a $2,000 signature bond. I'm going to send it through the jail. Stay away from that Holcomb Bridge Road address, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Does that suit you, Ms. Kim?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. O'Brien.
Position 7, Mr. Robson.
Good afternoon, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Robinson, you've been charged in case 23 CR 004178J with battery, family violence, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
His 8th arrest. Last was 2019 battery DV. He got an open case in state court, 20 CR 006082J. I think that's the bench warrant. I didn't see any other violence.
Okay. Ms. Stafford?
Yes, Your Honor, this incident occurred yesterday at 7:05 at a MARTA bus stop. The victim, Lachey Flanagan, stated that the father of her child, the defendant, was in an argument with her. She then stated that she attempted to walk across the street to the MARTA stop and told the defendant to stop following her, which he did not do. She then called the police and sat on the bench while talking to dispatchers. The defendant slapped her on the right side of her face, causing her right lip to swell. She told the dispatchers that he slapped her, which was placed in the call notes. their child, juvenile NR, was present, and he told the officers, daddy hit mommy. Due to the fact that the defendant has a open case as well as battery charge, our office is currently asking for a $4,000 surety bond. Total $3,000 for the battery, $1,000 for the cruelty to children. No further contact with the victim, Lachey Flanagan. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons. 1 day anger awareness.
Good afternoon, Ms. McLeod.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My client is 46 years old. He and the alleged victim are actually married. She's more than just a mother of his child. They have actually been married for the past 6 years, and they do have that one daughter together. My client denies that this is what happened. He actually told me that he had their daughter and he had to go out for a job interview, and mom was supposed to come and get the daughter, and she didn't come, so they were having an argument about it, but he denies that he struck her, Your Honor. He does not object to no further contact. That is what the court orders. There's no stay away, of course, because this didn't happen at their home. And he tells me that she does live somewhere else. Recently, she started living with her sister because they've been having some issues in their life. But he does deny that he struck her. And he tells me that she has open cases for having attacked him. My client is not in a position to pay bond, Your Honor, because he tells me that he's currently unemployed, and that is why he was interviewing. So I would ask the court to take that into consideration in setting his bond. Nothing further.
Okay, for the battery, it's going to be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial per the judge. For the cruelty, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial per the judge. Makes it a total of a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial. 1 day anger awareness. No further contact with Ms. Flanagan. Third-party transfer for visitation of any minor children, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good luck to you, Mr. Robinson.
Your Honor, that concludes my business before the court today. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good afternoon, Ms. McLeod.
Thank you.
Position 9, Mr. Ziegler.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ziegler. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that were conducted by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 23 CR 004177F with driving without a valid license and 2 counts of giving false information to law enforcement officers. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
10 total. Last arrest was in May, driving without a valid license out of Woodstock. That appears to be open. 2017, contempt of court. 2016, probation. 2015, failure to appear. Possession of meth versus offender. 2013, suspended license. That's it.
Ms. Stafford?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened yesterday on Magnolia Street. Officers observed a 2011 Kia Sorento with a broken, with a brake light out. When officers ran the tag, it showed the defendant as the owner of the vehicle, and he had an expired driver's license since July 7th of 2020. The officers then initiated a stop and asked the defendant for his driver's license, which the defendant stated he did not have on him. The defendant was asked his name, and he gave the name of David Ziegler with a birth date of October 23rd, 1983. The information did not return to anyone. And when asked again, the defendant admitted that he was the registered owner of the vehicle and his license was in the center console. And he also admitted that he knew that his license was expired. Due to the fact that the defendant has a recent open case for driving without a license, our office is currently asking for a $1,000 total bond split, $500 for no license, $250 surety bond for giving false name, and $250 surety bond for giving false birthday. No driving without a license, no alcohol, drugs, or weapon.
Okay, if okay with you, Ms. Kim, for the driving without a valid license, a $500 signature bond for each of the giving false information, a $250 signature bond makes for a total of $1,000 signature bond through the jail, no driving without a valid license, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Does that suit you, Ms. Kim?
Yes.
Good luck to you, Mr. Ziegler.
Thank you.
Ms. Ann, a signature bond means that he's going to be able to sign himself out, so you're not going to have to assist with that.
That's it, Your Honor, in courtroom 2, under the recess, and
Okay, thank you. We appreciate it.
thank you, Judge.
Okay, see you next time. Let's see, Ms. Strong, whenever you're ready.
Okay, position number 1 is a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial per judge. Position number 2 is a $750 signature bond through the jail. Position number 3 is a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial per judge. Position number 4 will be reset for tomorrow for medical. Position number 5 was a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial per judge. Position number 6, $2,000 signature bond through the jail. Position number 7 was a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial per judge. Position number 8 was a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial per judge. And position number 9 was a $1,000 signature bond through the jail.
Questions or concerns?
What was 4 through 7?
Say it again, Mr. Howard.
I said, what was 4 through 7?
What did he say?
What is 4 through 7?
4 through 7.
I'm just messing with you.
That's the whole
We
calendar.
we finished so early. I don't know what to do. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. You here
All
tomorrow?
right. You all have a good rest of your day.
Tucson.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, man.
Hello,
Officer
everybody.
Hello.
Milton. Good to see you, Officer Milton.
Good to see y'all too.
Judge, you gonna be here
Okay.
tomorrow?
I will not. I won't be back until Monday.
All right.
Enjoy your
Okay.
vacation.
No vacation. All right. See y'all later.
Bye.